Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm back with more Anthology of the Killer. And maybe this time we'll actually finish it. I think we've got like two anthologies left, I want to say. I think it's two anyway. What should I talk about while I wait for the... There it is. Okay. So I rewatched Hot Fuzz yesterday with some friends. That movie is still holds up. I'm probably gonna watch Shaun of the Dead on my own next because I actually haven't seen that one. But we were thinking of watching the third one in that trilogy maybe at some point. So hopefully I'll have time to see that one. But I'll probably watch Shaun of the Dead on my own because I think I'm one of the few of the group who has not actually seen that one specifically. But yeah, let me get the game going. And we can start. Alright. Let's see, what do we have left? Heart of the Killer and Face of the Killer. Oh, Joy-Con drift. Okay, it's gone. Sometimes you need to move the... At least for me, what helps is moving the stick slightly. Like the left stick, and then that fixes it. So we have Heart of the Killer, Face of the Killer, and then the bonus rooms. Always fun to hop up these stairs. Wrong way. It is this way, I think. There's ears. This is new. I wonder if the activities are still happening outside. There'll be plenty of time left over for activities. What do you have to say? This is the last one, and then BB will be here soon. Well, we need to do Heart first. Oh, living couch. That's a Junji Ito story that freaks me the fuck out. It's a cool portrait. Interesting. Well, let's go. Heart of the Killer. Ah! Oh! This one's fun. This illustration. Sometimes when I wake up, there's a moment when I don't know who or where I am. The cloak of habit falls away. I look around. I'm in an alien land, a distant country, full of objects whose use will remain forever unknowable to me. And then I get up and move over to the window. I love all the textures. And the hand on top. It turns out I'm still in the dream resort after all. Well, part of sleeping in a different bedroom is feeling like you might wake up as somebody else. I'd better start my rounds in case it turns out I'm still myself after all. Outside is another indistinguishably perfect summer day. Nothing is stirring within any of the other buildings of the compound. Isn't there anyone in here who has to dust? Not having to dust would be awesome. Participant survey. Please use attached pencil to fill in response. Use enter to check where appropriate. Answers will only be shared with interested parties. What did you dream about last night? Check as many as apply. Okay. Let's see if I can remember. I think this happens a lot. I think this and other. How do you feel about sleep? I do have nightmares every single week. It has been the case since I was a child. I don't think there's anything I could do to help it. I do also get sleep paralysis quite often, but overall, I do like sleep. I do also lucid dream a lot, and I do also have pleasant dreams sometimes, and it's nice to, you know, wind down. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, if I could choose, I would never have to sleep ever again, because I just want to do all kinds of stuff. I always feel like I don't have enough time to do stuff, even though my life is very uneventful. But it's like, I wish I had more time to do things. So yeah, on that level, I was like, oh, if I never had to sleep, I could do so much more. But also, I like sleeping, so I'm gonna put I like it. How would you describe your condition on waking? Most of the time it's groggy. It rules when I actually feel refreshed, but I think this week it's been groggy. It's been hard to wake up in the morning. Have I seen this person? Think carefully. Yeah. Probably at least once. Man, I wish they'd at least serve breakfast with these. A new world of exciting wallpaper greets me from behind the door. I guess they're still coming in to redecorate while I'm asleep. Today's style is the standby pop art basement. That is true. Whoa. It's getting harder to tell how long I've been staying. For a while I kept a tally, but someone else seems to have been adding to it lately. The little pipe's a nice touch, though. The dresser drawers are varnished shut and can't be opened, possibly for insurance liability reasons. Stuck photographs of smiling families stare down at me from atop the shelves. I didn't feel like replacing in the frames. The sofa's covered in some hard, waxy substance that makes it impossible to lie down on for any length of time. Is this placeholder furniture, or could it be for interior design? You can look at the sofa, but you can't sit on it. Outside in the corridor, it's quiet and still. No noise but the sound of distant elevators moving up and down behind the walls. I have to assume things will be less creepy here once this place is actually open for business, but it's hard to say for sure. Are those tongue lamps? The other rooms are already boarded up. It seems a bit much as a security measure, but I guess it's nice to have a break from the overall frou-frou aesthetic in this place. Frou-frou dessert in a... restaurant. I forgot how the rest of that went. It's a Homestar Runner quote. As ever, the dial-a boy is securely bolted to a table at the end of the hall. I have no idea what any of the buttons do because I refuse to touch it and find out. Yeah, we are not dialing boys. No thanks. While I haven't seen another person since I got here, I should still probably change out of my pajamas before I go to work. Maybe they're waiting for me to slip up. The dressing room feels like being stuck inside a wardrobe. The air is still and heavy, as if smothered by too many coats. Well, I better see what my options are today. Heaped with ornate frocks and gowns, expensive looking but weirdly out of style, like they were pillaged in bulk from an abandoned prop warehouse. Well, at least that would explain some of the stains. Ooh, can I have a suit? Decisions. Man, these are both sort of preppy. I mean, I like that. That was fun. Okay, so I have these two choices. I like the purple, but I think I prefer the mint one. It'll do, but maybe it's for the best that nobody will actually see me in these. Behind me, something slides beneath the door. Participant survey. Participant survey. Hi, I'm participant. I love to dress up in fashions and styles. I use the enter button to mark statements I agree with. Let's see, my favorite are clothes to make me feel girl CEO. I'm gonna go with unidentifiable here out of all of these. There's no greaser option, so... In my new outfit, I feel more or less likely to achieve my goals. I'm gonna say more likely. I feel more or less likely to find love. Let's say more likely. Oh, it's in the middle. Whoops, whatever. Nothing changes. I feel more or less likely to walk into the forbidden areas. Less likely. I feel more or less likely that my body will ever be found. More likely. You know, I've never caught a glimpse of whoever leaves those forms around. Maybe it's for the best. I'm never sure if I'm supposed to tip in these kinds of situations. Just slide a couple bills under the door in exchange. The elevator descends, carrying me further into the complex. As I delicately partake of the coffee and muffins left inside, I think back to the events which first brought me to this place. Thank you for reminding me to get a sip of coffee myself. I don't have any muffins, though. Whoa! Oh shit! That's an awesome outfit! That rules. Hold on. Can I get a better? Yeah. That is cool. Hey, it's Agent BB. What's up? Boss, I've decided to resign my commission as a mystery shopper. It was fun at first, you know? Paid to roam around the shopping district looking for things that didn't fit, empty aisles, furniture that looked off-brand. Each discovery seems charged with secret meaning, a hidden transmission from the heart of the mall, 50% sale. Do you have nothing better to do? Would you like to make some money? Mystery Shoppers Inc. joined today. Whoa. This the perspective here is insane. I wasn't sure what was happening here. I guess we go up here. Oh my god. I started to like the feeling of being somebody else, a name nobody knew, a secret agent, invested with the mysterious authority of the consumer, a passport to the frozen world of window displays. BB, thanks for another great report on Mall Zone 5, da boss. It's a fun smiley. But soon I had second thoughts about the work, about rending my senses to the highest bidder, as if not even my perceptions were really my own, a tool of store surveillance, a private eye. I started dreaming about being pursued through strange malls by figures I couldn't quite see, having signed up to store credit schemes on terms I knew I'd never be able to afford. Good lord. Is that so? Well, that's a shame. I was just about to contact you about this new lead that came in. Peaceful, secluded resort seeks sample guest. Must be comfortable with free room, board, and solitude. Exciting decor, competitive pay. How about it? One more job. One more job. Dreamtown, designs for living. Surprisingly, it's all been going fine. Although I'm still not sure exactly what a resort is or what you do when you get to one. It seems to involve a lot of statues. Rooms so dense with ornament that it's easy to feel lost within them, or like an ornament yourself. Is this place just a fantasy camp for people to dream about turning into furniture? Whoa, the eye. I guess the real question is why they're lodging me here to begin with, given that I'm not exactly the target audience for a place like this, although I can't imagine who else would be. Swaths of plastic ivy have been glued upon the walls. The door is under Loctite. The door under is Loctite. I guess this is a staff location. For the courageous, there's a pool out in the open courtyard. The windows of neighboring apartment units stare down like empty eyes from every side. Personally, I didn't bring trunks. Whoa, that mask is cool. Thumbs up! Is that the lesbian flag? I hope that's the lesbian flag. That's awesome. Let's go. Shoutouts to the fellow lesbians like myself. The way-in leads through one of the specialty suits. The immense white body of the marble horse takes up most of the space in the room. The cowboy room. Out of habit, I checked the bookshelf on my way through. Gothic romances, some kind of girl detective franchise. Couldn't they find anything that fit the theme? That reminds me, I learned recently that Nancy Drew in Finland is called Lady Detective. Which is like, I guess maybe they thought Nancy Drew would be too hard to pronounce, so they're like, you know, what's her character? What's up with her? Oh, you know, she's a lady and she's a detective. We're just gonna call it that. Your desires are our business. What is your opinion about cowboys? I'm gonna be honest, I think I fall here. I never really got the appeal, I'm sorry. Do you remember the Red River Valley? Not particularly. Without warning, a smiling, handsome cowboy walks in through your front door. Your immediate response is, fear. I would not know this person. That would freak me out. Does the paraphernalia of cattle ranching hold emotional meaning to your heart? I guess I prefer not to say. Next is the exhibit hall, set up to allow guests to live out their fantasies of being lost inside a boutique furniture showroom. The velvet drapes sway slowly in the breeze from the AC. Also, I remember the name of the game that I was talking about last time I streamed that had D&D. It's Crypt World. I had to do quite a bit of digging because looking up D&D villain on Google did not give me any answers. But I did eventually find it. Crypt Worlds is a cool game. I don't know if the Catamites and the developer of that run in the same circles or not, so I wonder if the D&D was in fact a reference to Crypt Worlds or not, but who knows. Ideals for living. Dreamland Furniture Collection. Coming soon to the finest stores near you. Mass production pending following user feedback trials. Mike, the firm but fair CEO of the Dream Resort. Business is his #1 love, but could there be room for another in his heart? Bob, yeehaw! This ruined tune SFAO enjoys lasso, yodeling, and late nights among the plains. He's said to be looking for his very own sweetheart of the rodeo. I can't really do a southern accent either. It's easier to do than the British accent, but I don't think it's particularly good either. Paul, the artist of the board. Paul's creative instinct shines in the marketing department. He's brooding but deep. Will a muse allow him to complete his masterwork at last? Carlos, the zany one. Carlos can be identified by his catchphrase. Hamburgers. But does his easygoing demeanor hide a sensitive soul? I do like hamburgers. Tom, representing the HR department. Tom is also Prince Regent of the distant landlocked country of Aldovia. With his old world charm, he's sure to treat a lady right. Fair enough. Oh, I like this one. I like that one. The blue one. The face in this painting seems familiar, but no time to think about that now. There's the bell for focus group testing. I'm not sure what happens if I stop showing up, but somehow I get the feeling it's not a good idea to find out. Welcome to the experience room. Use left and right keys to indicate emotions. Possible Commander Data Strek fig. I've messed with no, fear. I didn't get to do it for. I wanted to say yes for, fear. I wanted to say maximum desire for the data figurine. Oh God, fear, massive fear. Chair made of chicken bones. Kinda cool, I suppose? Liminal photograph of empty theme restaurant. Sure. I like how liminal was in quotes. Old boxing glove on a circular saw blade. That's kinda cool. VHS player filled up with chewing gums. Ugh. Nasty. Oh god, fear! Jesus Christ, man! Thank you. So bummed out, couldn't say that I love the Data Star Trek figurine. I'm still watching TNG with Defers slowly. We haven't had time to hang out too much lately, but one day we will get through TNG. Data is indeed the best character, though. There's so many good characters in that show, but Data's the best. Boy, the examined life really takes it out of you. All that coffee doesn't help much either. I could swear I once found a bathroom around here. Over like a fat rat, peas in a pod. Do 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 do. Psst. Hello, are you new? You must be a fellow guest reviewer. Call me Cece, and in my spare time I edit a zine about the strange occurrences that happen in the city, many of which seem to revolve around an elusive figure I refer to as the murderer. Is that so? Are you the only other person here? Well, let me think. There's also HHIIJJ. But listen, I think I found out the truth about what's going on in this place. Oops, gotta run, but meet me here tomorrow. I'll give you the full scoop. Bye for now. I guess I should be reassured to find out that I have peers. So what does it feel like it's time to skip town? That looks comfy. Bluer than velvet was the night. Oh god. What? Wait, a dream. Must have been a dream. But isn't this a different bedroom than the one I was staying in before? I don't actually remember heading back to my room last night, although I'd put that up to a general monotony of days around here. Am I even still in the same building as the last time? It at least looks very similar, but I think it's not the exact same. Well, I am the exact same. That's sick, whatever that is. Ah, the phone. It's not ringing anymore, but it was ringing before. The dial-up boy last night was ringing, but was the call meant as a warning or a threat? The grinning yet impassive faces of the boys provide no answer. Somehow I make my way back to the bathroom, or at least to another one that looks just like it. There's nobody around, but something glints at the edge of the mirror. Let's see who's there this time. Oh! The game's touching a lot today. I guess it's loading more than usual. Lots of slime. Contract dossier. The Spook. MBA, University of Chicago. Advanced Field Research, School of the Americas. Member of RAGMOP, a reclusive management consultancy that meets in a remote Swiss villa once a year to discuss forbidden business synergies. The existence of the Spook has been subject to official denial for so long that he no longer seems to possess any bodily form, requiring the use of a large plastic bag to get around. A table stacked with documents. A familiar face looks back. Well, at least now I know that it wasn't a dream. Not the most comforting thing here. On the table I find a conspicuous-looking keychain and a note. The ivy opens after dark. There's also, hey, wait a second, I know this. This is Marcy's world. Marcy's World #1. Audiences around the world were moved by its earnest depiction of a maiden's heart. As a result, it sold like gangbusters, and the fabled 1990s scene boom began. That was so cute. Marcy's World #2, on the other hand, took 10 years to come out, cost $100 million to produce, and sold approximately 30 copies. That was when we knew the golden age wouldn't come back. I wonder what this is doing here. Doll made of synthetic hair. Apple filled with drawing pins. Intrigues or not, it's probably a good time to think about getting out of here. Princess Diana commemorative Beanie Baby. The focus testing products seem like they're getting increasingly deranged. I'll say. Hold on, I'm checking something. No, that should be fine. It's ringing again. Are we gonna go for the ivy door this time? Maybe I don't need to grab my stuff. Well, at least it's nice weather for a stroll. Beneath the moon, the rooftops sprawl and ramble like a pleasure garden. Behind me, I hear the creak of the bedroom door. Another questionnaire seems to be waiting on the roof. Beloved, flee! Flee swiftly to the central tower, where my secret private submarine docked underneath the compound shall whisk us both away to a new life of romance and adventure. Don't you know who this is? Look into your heart. I would also be obliged if you would fill out the departure survey below. Okay. How would you rate your stay? 2 stars. What was your favorite part of the resort? Fresh linens, wallpaper, horse room, pool, melting fear of being killed, complimentary muffin service. I like muffin. I like fresh linens. Would you recommend us to a friend? No. Tonally an abrupt step up in familiarities. I'm pretty sure I don't know anyone who owns a submarine. What's this doing on the roof anyway? Do they get a lot of people passing through? Oh god. Yeah! Not a lot of grip strength in those boneless trash bag arms, motherfucker! Go back to aiming at people outside car dealerships. The wacky inflatable floating tube man. I think it's waving, not floating. I'll make it back to the courtyard pretty quick, which is surprising given how directionless this whole place seems to be. Maybe I started nearer than I thought. Whoa, what is... okay. The abbey door hangs open in the dark. I didn't even need to use the key. That's how the cookie crumbles. Whoa, this texture is insane. BB, come quick. Don't you recognize my voice? It's me, the beloved, the one from your dreams. I'm here, in real life. I'm waiting for you. I'm in a room in the resort. You know my name. Why wouldn't you call it? All you have to do is call. I'm counting on you now. Which one am I? Reach out. I'll be there. I need you to call. Call me. Call. Call. Call me, call me, call me. I said I'm not touching the fucking dial-a-boy! You know, on the basis of your questionnaire results, you really should have emotionally imprinted on at least one of them by now. Jesus, this is loud. Hold on. That's what I was wondering about earlier, whether it was too loud. It's at 4. Let me put it at 2. Would it help if we'd put you up in our alternate A/B tested dial-a-girl group instead? Not particularly. Wait, who are... Well, it happens sometimes. We do our best to give people what they want, but sometimes there's some unfortunate soul who doesn't seem to know what that might be. How about we just fit you up for something off the rack? And now it's quite... Maybe it was that one sound that was loud as fuck for some reason. Pumpkin Summer. Yeah, 4 seems to be fine. Whoa! The graphics are insane. And then I woke up in a nameless city, one I knew to be accursed. BB, come downstairs, I made pancakes for the Harvest Festival! It's shaped like a house, but the proportions are wrong. These walls and furniture seem to bear no trace of earthly manufacture. So why do I feel like I've seen all this before? This is great. I love this. Is this like a stock Unity asset or something? Try to go through the door. Oh, doesn't seem to work. Oh, there we go. Gotta have a toilet. The rooms wind aimlessly as though misremembered from a dream. Huge functionless chambers branch out from the central passage and seem to contain nothing but a handful of props. Walked over. What is that? It's a little box. Little container. From the kitchen, there's a smell of burning. Somehow I can already see the breakfast nook and little island counter thing clearly in my mind. But where am I? How do I know all this? Down the stairs, I glimpse darkened chambers, sprawling out at random far beneath the earth. Presumably, this room is used for religious ceremonies of some description. Oh god. Hello. Good morning, sleepyhead. It's me, your sister. Aren't you excited for the festival today? I know you're a hotshot big city writer now, just passing through as part of a book tour for your hotly anticipated novel, but it will be a great way to reconnect with your life-affirming small-town roots. You should say hi to everyone at the Pumpkin Festival. They say that Greg from high school will be there. Remember Greg from high school? Was that really my sister? It's not like her to be awake during the day. Anyway, it's all coming back to me. Yes, this is my quaint hometown, although for some reason it reminds me of Vancouver. Everyone outside is carving pumpkins in the street. Do you really get pumpkins in summer? I always thought they were a seasonal fruit, or gourd, or whatever. Or whatever. I used to be a big-shot vampire fiction author, but a chance meeting on a plane reminded me of the importance of love and family. I've never been happier. Greg from high school was asking after you. Thank you. I wish you the best. Don't talk to me until I've had my pumpkin coffee. You could be very happy with Greg from high school. Don't talk to me until I've had my pumpkin coffee. Yes, indeed. Many people are saying this. Whoa. Pumpkins burst through soil like corpses squeezed from shallow graves, as if the earth itself were too choked with flesh for further entry and the living were consigned to a narrowing circle within the legions of the dead, the numberless murder of the history of the world. I get it already! Greg from high school! Jesus! Is that Greg? I suppose it is. Got your ass. Oh, what? You think you're too good for Greg from high school, too? Yes! He looks like someone who strangles his wife in a Tennessee Williams play. Look, I have a schedule here. What if you just told me what your horrible private death fantasies are and we can make them come true? Ha! We have the technology. Nice try. But this is just like the time when I was 8 and my friend showed me a picture of S Club 7 and asked me which one I liked, and I had no strong opinions, so I just picked one of them at random, and then everybody else went, ew! That's not really what I'm talking about. Wait, how about this one? Look, it's the maniac pixie dream girl. She'll make you a mixtape from when she's chopping you apart. No! But what about this? A high-powered office romance. BB, I need you to work late tonight. You're having dinner with a very important client, me. Is that even legal? That's how I feel about those, too. Whoa. It just fell straight down. Fuck those stairs. Welcome, investors. Welcome, Bonvenon. What does desire look like in a world of casual mass death? For obvious reasons, top retailers have begun asking this question. Now it can be answered. Ragmop, acting in collaboration with the Consumer Survey Institute, is proud to announce the Dream Resort, a bleeding-edge romantic horror simulacrum designed to furnish you with behavioral demographic details on the love-death imaginaries of today's top youth subcultures. Special group rates available. Ask for Marcy. Wait, Marcy as in? That's right. With the commercial failure of Marcy's World #2, I moved into consultant work to clear the debt. That's where I ran into the spooks people. They too were consultants in a way. It's for you. Just say what you want. Can it really be that hard? Don't worry, it will all be over soon. What I want is... Cha-Cha the Tree Frog. What? It's the name of the frog-themed animal mascot for the Rainforest Cafe. That's kind of a deep cut. Do you maybe want the frog from the Warner Brothers cartoons instead? I don't want anything! I just think it's interesting! It's an interesting design! Don't look at me! Fuck you! Show me your desires if you think they're so great! BB is such a fantastic character. She's funny as fuck. Whoa. Holy crap. The ceiling is slightly bisexual as well. Everything's so saturated, goddamn. Oh, this headache-inducing again. Just power on through. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, they don't do anything to me. Still avoiding them though, just for fun. Hooded figures watch each other in the corridors, scratch holes in the wallpaper where they can see and not be seen, leap out and drag themselves below to be tortured in a maze of secret prisons. This is the dream of the spook. You know, it always bewildered me when people said they liked Marcy's World #1, when it seemed like such a put-on to me, so calculated. But what could I do? People told me what they liked, and I believed them. So I kept doing it, but then people didn't want it anymore, and it turned out they didn't even know just what they wanted. The people I trusted to know, to tell me, so that I know what I wanted too, and so I became a consultant to find out what people liked. Whoa, that is awesome. It's a combination of my interests, eyes, lighthouses, and red and black. Just so you know, this is a real violation of my employment contract. What's with the tower? Everything we recorded went into the spook's memory. Survey results, sales receipts, interrogations, secret photographs, phone calls, final breaths, final wishes. This is going on forever. Should I go down? I guess I should go down. I'm just looping around. I assumed it would be somewhere at the end, but it appears to just loop. Captured data bleeding and transformed inside the night mind into something else. A glimpse into the desires of the age. Sex dreams of a bodiless serial torture are the desires of the age? What else? Just like in a romantic movie, sometimes the thing you're looking for was around you the whole time. To be told exactly who you are and what you want, wouldn't you like to know for sure? Wait a minute, Marcy, hold up. You don't have to go in there. I mean, I liked Marcy's World #2. You did? I mean, I couldn't get the CD-ROM to play, but the Kathy Acker interview was good. Oh, hell yeah. BB, you can come with me if you want. You can know things about yourself that only the advertisers know. I'll take my chances. Well, it's a privilege of youth to never have to recognize yourself, but maybe you'll want someday to be told exactly what it is you wanted. You might find yourself trying to come back here in your dreams. Hell yeah. And then I woke up. The hotel had been abandoned, and the shoddy construction materials of the dream resort were already collapsing back into the forest mulch. Weary of my travels through the country of desire, when I got back home, I decided to do the opposite. And spent the day playing video games instead. You won't last 10 seconds in this game, my lord. Hell yeah. Play now, my lord. She's into frogs, I suppose. That is funny. That's good. This is the last one. Looking like my favorite character from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Ah, it's the exit. Face of the Killer. I'm gonna BRB super quick and then we'll do this, and after that, we only have the bonus stuff left. So yeah, BRB. Alright, I'm back. Let's go ahead and, do that. Saturn devouring his son. Always a classic. Face of the Killer. Oh, there's a bunch of acts. This is a longer one, I suppose. Well, let's do Act 1 first. Run fast, comrade. The old world is right behind you. Wayne Gretzky. Him saying comrade just gets funnier. I'm not sure when this game was made, but you know. What do you think it means? No time for that now. The killer could be anywhere. Haha, if the killer appears, I'll shoot them dead. Killers can die, just like everybody else. You look cool. It's hard to believe all these houses used to have people living in them. In her vast nest of wood and corpses, the killer is hatching the world that is to come. Once we're inside, kill anything that moves. Hey, I recognize this place. This is the old urban cenotaph? Kenotaph? The killer has infiltrated all of our most beautiful institutions. The frowning mask is cute. Look, masks and costumes of all our leading statisticians and celebrity car salesmen. My god, is nothing sacred? Cogs and things, what are they for? As though the whole of civic life were one machine, built by the killer over centuries, assembled in silence for some dark purpose, yet to be disclosed. Boss, you're depressing me. Just the crevice, nothing in there. The portrait hall of city fathers is a memory of better days. Hey, isn't that... Oh god, oh god. The physics. Listen, did he hear that? Oh, it's probably just the wind. Ugh, come here, baby. Kiss, kiss, kiss. But they say the killer lives in this place. There's no such thing as the killer. It was all made up to help sell life insurance. You know we're all alone down here. Well, maybe you're right. Charles, can you stop breathing down my neck like that, Charles? Oh god. Oh god. Unit 12 to base control. Hello, is there anyone around? Listen, it's BB. It's the killer. She's found us. Hello, hello. Can anybody read me down here? Oh god. Jesus. God forgives. BB kills! New Moon Video LLC. Damn, BB, why'd you kill so many people? They asked too many questions, Ray. Were you guys going to help me here, or what? Gee, I never thought we'd find ourselves inside the faculty tunnels. Our neglected academic careers must finally be taken off. They don't even get good TV reception. Was this whole building really left unlocked? According to the charter, all graduates must be able to pick up their diplomas directly from head office if there are no living staff members left to pass them out. How about Dr. Blood? Decapitated Sunday. For real? I owed him a term paper. I hope that doesn't mean he died unfulfilled. Okay, everyone, load up. Credentials are important in today's job market. I read an editorial about this. I've read an editorial about this. Great! Bachelor's Phrenology. It looks like most of the good ones are taken. Nasty. Great! Bachelor of Numerology. Great! Bachelor of Game Design! Having that in this list is really funny. Hold on. Well, I guess we're graduates now. Is it me or does town seem kinda dead? It's National History Day, so all the stores are closed. That's how we were all able to get the day off. Oh right, where are you guys working anyway? Well, I'm a courier for Kniferu, the new subscription box service. Sign up now to get a hand-curated batch of fresh knives in the mail every week. No questions asked. I think that's actually... I think I watched a video on something where they actually did that, and the knives were... obviously they sucked complete garbage. It was some kind of like internet knife vendor thing that had bad knives. What about you, Claude? I find bloody horror tapes at thrift stores and sell them to HR departments. Apparently it helps executives get in the zone before big meetings. Atrocity Man 3, Atrocity Harder. Real blood! It's a growing market, so competition is fierce. Some of my rivals have started breaking into people's rooms to film their own new product, but I have a good feeling about my find this week. The 400 Blows. Sounds grisly, right? I think it's one of the guinea pig series. Oh god, that fucking... I haven't seen those. I'm not really into the torture stuff, but I do know what the guinea pig series is. Man, even the bars are closed. Is National History Day a bigger deal than I thought? I hear fireworks outside, so at least somebody's still having fun. BB, you're in all those horror films. Maybe you could hook Claude up. I keep telling you that's not me. That one is the other BB. Really? Cool. How many of you are there? Look, you know the way characters in a movie series can sort of change definition over time? Like Frankenstein and Frankenstein Monster, or Dracula and Dracula's Monster? Some time ago, I accidentally starred in a direct-to-video horror film known as Bloody Night 4. I need to take a screenshot of Dracula's Monster. I guess it did well enough on the direct market that other studios started making their own versions, with the BB character returning as a different actress every time, likeness growing ever more abstract. BB kills them all. If you meet BB in the road, you're dead. I try not to take it personally, but it's not like they're paying me residuals, so I've been picking up shifts lately at a medieval-themed chain restaurant near town. The boss's name is... Puss Man. I wanted to get one that said Pussy Man, but it was too many letters for the plate. Ass Man. You know, I can't help but notice the doors to the building seem to be locked tight at all times. It's an exciting world of new restaurant concepts. Welcome. Oh my god, that is an awesome image. I like the Smiling King. Great job not falling in yet. This is a surf position, but we will start you up at our wench tier. What does that entail? Oh, just wenching it up, wenching around. And remember, hand your keys back every shift. I hate buying new ones every time someone falls into the corpse grinding, chopping, grinding machine. Your job is very simple. Food orders are prepared by the machines and then fed into the mangling device. Then all of the dark, wet slurry is poured into the city sewers, and the cycle of business repeats. Your job is to reach way into the mangling device to pull bone fragments off the blades when they get clogged. Oh, good lord. So nobody actually eats any of the food? Is this one of those tax things? That's really more of a vassal tier question. One day something went wrong with the pipes. I went downstairs to take a look, and found a network of stone tunnels that seemed to predate the creation of any known theme restaurant. That went down deeper and deeper, leading towards a dark river of lymph that rolled slowly onwards underground. Pipes hung from the ceiling, seeming to draw it upwards into the houses above. I couldn't tell how far it went or what the dark sea it may have. Do they still do those chicken platter deals? Personally, I'm more of a burger dolphin guy. What about you, Max? Where are you working? I get paid 2 cents a comment by one of those websites that just posts pictures of car crashes next to garbled, vaguely menacing headlines. Swedish woman want you to know about this. 100. Max left a comment. So true, bestie. How come you're the only one of us with an actual media career? Jesus Christ. Well, I guess that's that. See you all in the workforce sometime. Seems like some people are forgetting the duties they owe to society. Why are you talking like a cowboy? Listen, as the closest thing this town has to youth culture, we have a civic responsibility to stay up and party on graduation night. But everything's closed. Not everything. It turns out some of the other guys from our year are holding a house party later tonight. All we need to do is skip this train and get the next one out to... Mansion gardens. I'm all alone. Fireworks, huh? Oh, have to go this way instead. Hey, here you all are. What's with the monster outfits? It's safer to be feared than loved. When you said you were all going home to change, I assumed you were just being, dressy. This neighborhood seems sort of ritzy. Do we really know anyone who lives here? Don't worry, most of the old mansions have been chopped into apartments now, like everything else. What is this? Oh, hello. Okay, I'm someone else now. But they do say there are a few still occupied by descendants of the original city owners, insulated in there against the years, growing paler and stranger with each successive generation. Ray, did you actually get invited to this party we're going to? Art is a universal invitation to experience, Claude. Hey man, it's me, Carnosaur. I was in your social studies course, I think. These are my associates, Andy Warhol's Dracula and Gazoo the Thing Forsaken. By God, these are all great! I have to take screenshots because these are like... fantastic server nicknames. Come in, everybody's welcome. Hey, I like your BB suit. Thank you, I worked hard on it. Feel free to hang out, just stay out of my dad's room. Psst, BB. Doesn't this party seem kind of off? Well, ordinarily I'd say yes, but I've already spent the last 4 years hiding from maniacs and mostly talking to myself. I did learn that these games were made over the course of 4 years. The first one was made in 2020 and the last one 2024, which I think is this one. And then the anthology came out on Steam in October of last year. So I've been wanting to stream this for a while. So I've decided from now on I'm going to be the new BB, confident and sophisticated, life of every party. She's a head taller than you though. Aye hee hee, the new economy. Oh god, the text, I'm not reading all that. It's going by too fast, but I can read it in my head. Hello! Enchante! Greetings! Gee, everyone here already seems to know each other. I wonder if they all belong to the same vocational track. The music's funky, I like it. Glass crunches somewhere in plush carpet. A chorus of whoops come from the TV room. Everybody's piled onto a couch, laughing and watching the History Channel? The Green show is on today. Nice board costume. Oh, there's another BB costume. Glass lamps rattle from a distant slamming door. Low thumps, hushed giggling, the sound of running feet. I wonder if those older guys are chaperones. They don't seem very good at it. Those are cute. It's a killer nurse. Whoa, you're in- oh god, you're in the way. I still haven't even talked to anyone yet. Well, everyone seems pretty busy. I like to be an ingenue? Is that how you say? I know that word, but I haven't said it. But I'm not even sure what they do, besides perish of tuberculosis. What is the real party? Maybe someone there would know. Hee, I can't believe you brought it. Now all we have to do is find a TV. This party's gonna rock. CQ 11111001111000. Roger that. Geez, how many plug sockets do these guys need? Dude, come on, let us use the set. We brought Virtua Fighter. Sorry, we're in the middle of something. Nice. Oh, they're watching the movie. What are you guys watching? Rehearsal tapes for the new season of the Immersive Theater. They're putting on Dogs. Ezra Pound's fascist response musical to the success of T.S. Eliot's Cats. Apparently it's never before been staged to completion. I thought the theater only ever did the one play. Some people say it's time for a change. Hey, I really like your outfit. Thank you, I'm BB. I can see that. Who are you for real? Still BB. Haha, I admire your commitment. Why not come into where the real party is going on? So what internship did you get assigned? Did our school have an internship program? Of course, you just fill out the form from the careers department. Wait, slow down. Our school had a careers department? Haha, so what were you intending to do after graduation? I guess I always just assumed I'd be found beaten to death in an alley somewhere. Jesus. There's no future in that line of work. Me and my friends. Robert is in finance, while June is apprenticing as a BTK consultant at Lockheed Martin. You consult them on sandwiches? Hope it's not the BTK killer. Anyway, it's pretty crazy to finally be graduating, right? Now we have to figure out what we're doing with our lives. Do we? I don't think so. We've always known exactly what we're doing with our lives. More drinks? Yes, absolutely. Fill her up. Act 2, party night. I guess we're going automatically to Act 2. Oh god. The way they move is freaking me out, but it's good. We gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause tramps like us, baby, we're born to run. Oh god. Oh, my new friends are so nice! I can't believe I waited so long to penetrate the mysteries of the social. Haha, where's everyone going? I have more opinions about zines! Boy, those fireworks are loud. Let's put on some music. Woo! I like everybody's masks. You all look like real murderers. How charming, how fun. Hehehe. Commence preparations. Next step. Briefing begins. Announcement Hall A. There's a commencement speech too? Hey guys, we've got to go! Let's build the future with the energy of youth together! Who's giving this talk anyway? Historical tendency. Far out. Didn't they use the tour with minor threat? Seats. Here's mine. I wonder if I have time to grab more of those little sausages before this starts. Oops, too late. Hiya, kids. Hiya. Boy, it's so great to see so many eager faces. What a turnout. Yes. Let's start with a quick question. Who here thinks the Empire never ended? Say it ain't so, no way. Boy, it's always a thrill to meet the true believers. Unfortunately, empires always end. It's what they do. So perhaps we should say instead that the restoration of a greater imaginary empire has never finished. Call me Mappy. You may know me from my popular 1980s video game career. I was right! It is them, Mappy. I retired early and bought a big house, but nobody wanted to visit my big house or listen to my increasingly hammy and truculent political opinions. And so I sat there with the lights off, watching people drive past on the road outside my house and imagining what it would feel like to shoot them in their cars. Good lord. Until inevitably in this way I began to develop a grand theory of history. I realized that we needed to go back, to rejoin that sacred continuity of force severed from us by revolutionary turmoil, back to violence sanctified by myth, when one could be a gilds the race upon a holy quest instead of just some asshole strangling kids in the parking lot behind the stop and go. Good lord. Boo him harder! Folks, I know many of you agree, which is why we've started shelling the city, but is a way back really possible? The answer is yes! We fight to restore a legitimate claimant, a bold figure ready to reclaim the vacant throne of history! Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the last descendants of Charlemagne, the present king of France, the Dauphin! It's the killer! She did get those sausages. Now, under all your seats, you'll find your baronial coronets and a loaded pistol. Pardon me, excuse me, sorry there, bathroom break. It's definitely getting to be that stage in the party where sticking around is an increasingly poor decision. At least nobody brought a guitar. I've been making lots of friends here, so I will be okay. This is the power of new BB. All I have to do is inform the others and then stylishly, dynamically hide under a pile of coats somewhere. That's a lot of guns. I thought I told you to stay out of my dad's room. Man, take it easy. It's a party. Did you think you caught a spy or something? Hee hee. That's right. Confess your crimes. It's no good. She's too tough. Hee hee hee. We need to bring her to a black site for enhanced interrogation. No, that's okay. Whack! Hey, that looks like fun. I love army games. You know, my uncle was a soldier in one of our inscrutable wars of occupation. He told me that what they do to prisoners they caught. Ugh. Now, how about you be the insurgent, and I'll be the defender of humanistic values. Oh god. Ugh. The head physics. Hey, let me try. I'm the forbidden arts killer. I've turned evil due to media effects. I don't remember what Darling Nikki is anymore, but... Is that the same as the fashion one, or is it different? I don't know if it's the same one. And I'm the crossword theme killer. What's 12 down? I'm public domain character killer, and I'll make sure your corpses become fair use. It's Felix the cat! I'm Reb Butler from Gone with the Wind as a killer, and frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn about your life. I'm a regular serial killer, nothing notable about me. D-listers. One of them says fucker. That's mainly what I'm getting out of this. Get you! There's that painting again. Oh god! It's the fake BB. Blood on the TV. I don't know what you are. I don't know where I'm going. The old rights have been restored. Welcome back to the era of feudal mystery and caprice. One second. We're figuring out who gets to go first. So is a marquis higher or lower than an earl? How can you tell if you're related to a duke? Just gonna sneak on past. Oh god. Howdy, it's me, BB. Zines. I don't sound like that! I've never said howdy! Oh god. Gee, there's a lot of these things this season. Let's cut the next one in half and see if it multiplies. Got the fake one. Am I even going? Okay, I am going some way. Don't know if it's the right way, but it's something. The illustrious protagonists of history have been decanted from their amber tombs to point us the figureheads of the world that is to come. Song of the Funeral Men. Oh, they're back. Oh god. Preserved through the long years at the bottom of the grease trap buckets of various regional fast food franchises, nurtured and replenished by the vital oils. That is not dead, which can eternal fry. I can't see anything. Where am I going? I can't see! Oh god. I guess this way then. There we go. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Crunch. And who do we have here? Why, it's Napoleon III. The bitch is back! A fine vintage. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Chomp, chomp, chew. And over here is Anastasia, the witless Romanov. She looks pretty picked clean already. Nobody will notice her quick bite. Jesus. Ah, fresh meat. Hey, it's one of my employees. You probably know him at the show for work tomorrow. Ye olden times is moving into vast new tracks of public life, and I wanted to eat you ever since I hired you. Jesus. Hey, right, I forgot to hand my keys back after end of shift. Oh, thank you. Yes, that'd be a big... Ah! Whoa, it's a platformer? Okay, I just press up to jump. Cherries. Up. Have 0 lives. Better make it count. Ah! No matter the game, falling in a platformer will make me do a Muppet scream. Jesus. I love how poorly this controls. Oh god, hold on. No, I can't use the D-pad. I have to rely on the stick. The stick is very unreliable. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be here forever. All because I wanted the cherries. No, that is actually the correct way to go. There we go. Alright, good. Oh! You know, video games really did make us do it. But nobody will ever believe you. Neo Mr. Do! Oh god. Please stop bludgeoning us with that. That was a rare mint inbox copy of Mario Cement Factory. Ow. Gee, I guess instead of Dark Souls, we should have gotten good at murdering women. Whatever happened to games for change? Man, that party sucked. Where did everyone disappear to? Let's all just turn in early so we're fresh tomorrow. Psst, isn't she taller than before? I wasn't really paying attention, but apparently that's the new BB. You know, that really is a great costume. I'm a big fan of the BB movies, but don't you think it's a cheat that she never seems to die? I mean, really die? Headless, limbless torso washes up on the beach, so chopped apart they need a specialist to tell what species it used to be style of thing? You know, sometimes the DVDs come with little feedback cards inside. I was thinking more about making my own cut. Hi! Hi, BB. BB, we want you to know, we changed our minds. Mandy and I are pro-murder now. It's the hip new thing. We think it's far out. Hold on, what are you two men doing here? You were decapitated. You forget that we are medical experts. They say that at key moments of history, the dead can be seen walking the earth again, as though at such points the world itself had lost track of any precise distinction between who was left alive or why. I have to BRB again, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm back. If you run into any members of the living, say hello. Tell them they don't know what they're missing. Servant's quarters. Gee, I hope none of those burning apartment blocks were mine. I just got my things organized. The killers! Who's this? Must be an understudy. Kid, could you fetch some Zimas? It gets pretty hot inside these symbolist god monster costumes. Guys, can I grab BB here for just a sec? Scram! Act 3! Whoa. It's a shooter now? Oh, automatic shooter. I don't even know what I was shooting at. Brand new definition for auto-aim. Those sure are sounds. I don't know what that was. Yeah, the bird thing. I don't know. I guess they felt we needed a mascot. At one point we tried commissioning a mechanical one, but there was a fire. Hey, why am I telling you this, captive audience? Ha! I thought the hands in the background that have like little nails on them, I used to glance at that and my mind immediately made the connection that it's the R key from Isaac. I recently did a run where I got one of those and I was very happy about it. Got all the way up to Delirium with that one. Hey, it's Mappy. Hiya, kid. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Boss, the new act seems like a terrific success. The command cards are in, and they read, help me, help me. Aye! Wait, what are you all even trying to accomplish? Like, is this a coup? I kind of thought the theater controlled the city already. Actually, we're all more like contract workers. The owners of the city have managed to insulate themselves so well against history that they no longer believe that it exists, but still they dream about it, and in the depths of their seclusion, the dream resembles a nightmare. A tangled procession of ceremonies and masks, conspiracies and motiveless coups, and murderers in hidden rooms, and so that's what we stage for them, day after day, to soothe them in their dreamy business. How do you like our new sign? History is a nightmare, and loving it! And handing out rifles to drunk college grads? Hee and it's not like we're completely irresponsible, see? It gets them involved, they feel like part of a process. These are prop guns, they're not even loaded. That has happened, quite a few times in real life. Hee. Boy, what a party. You did this, didn't you? I am tied to a chair! Yes, but it all makes sense now. You were there when the night college was wiped out, and when our supply warehouses in that hick town burned down. Have you been after my job from the start? You even took over my movie franchise. That was supposed to be my side hustle. Now they're the BB movies, and nobody remembers who directed the first one. I don't even get residuals! Yay, me neither! Oh god. Oh, what the fuck? Howdy, great party, huh? Did you think I got all this arts funding by being nice? I've made more theater kits than Spider-Man. Turn off the dark. Oh god. Yeah! Oh! That's not my arm. Oh, you got me, I'm done for. Nice try. Incidentally, delivery like that is why I only got 2 lines in the civic play. Prop arms. Bloody. Yeah, well, I never even wanted to be in your corny play. I had my own plans for that week, my own cultural ambitions, but nobody ever bothered to ask me what they were. What were your ambitions, BB? I wanted to do a color issue! Don't you point that thing at me, young lady. What did I just say? You see, that's how you do a death scene. Pity you grabbed a prop sword. Situational awareness is very important in this line of work. Fuck! Well, what are you staring at? Help me up, would you? My goodness, who do you have here? I am Basso, you idiots! Basso! No, I don't think so. Director Basso is right here. But you don't look anything like her. I wonder why Basso hasn't caught back up yet. I hear people moving behind the curtains on both sides. A soft grunt, the scrape of props, a low creak of old rope and winches. Isn't it a little late to be changing the sets? Oh, whoa. That is crazy. Whoa! Wonder if I can get crushed or not. Ah! Fuck! Restricted policeman area. Prepare to die. Hold up, fellows. This one isn't wearing a mask. Are you undercover? Say something in cop. 10-4. Spread them. Oh my god, it's a mirage. Telling you all it's up. This one checks out. It feels good to be out of those dog outfits. Gee, I thought mine suited me. Where am I? There we go. Look, guys, I made a necklace out of ears. Creativity is what makes us human. Bah, outmoded iconography. No place for you in police theater. Do some aesthetics count as crime? Hear me out. I'm workshopping some new ideas. Mission accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Is there an exit around here? I want to guard it. First, we have to report to the CEO. The crucial stage is yet to come. Hey, good work, guys. Looks like you've managed to catch the dangerous criminal. We did? Yes, indeed. BB here has been a person of interest ever since the case of the mysterious theater a few months back. I wasn't sure whether you guys remember that. It's been a busy period, but I'm sure we would have gotten around to you eventually. Haha. Boss, we found the thing. Well, there's no time like the present. Let's take a walk. You might notice some new decor around here. We've been forced to put the theater under police control, following the attempted uprising of armed killers. Who gave those guys real ammo anyway? Well, we did. XX City Police. You can't find justice, it will find you. We have great things planned for the first season of Police Theater. Now, I know what you're thinking. Young people want their serial killers to have more of an unlicensed indie feel. I used to be pretty alternative myself. Check out my K Records tattoo. You see, Basso always thought she was the only one who knew where to find the owners, but she was wrong. They told me too, whispering through the static on my Dick Tracy communicator watch. That's how I know the city tires of an age of horror and dreams instead about an age of law. Isn't that good news? Sometimes I feel so happy I can't stand myself. When I am too full of joy, I think how little good my health did anyone near me. Come in, boss. Come on in, boss. Please, dog, follow the trail here. Bark, bark, bark. What is that? Civil legitimacy. Blood her. What? Oh god. Just a precaution, haha. Killers go crazy for the smell of blood. Now you go first and we'll watch and see what happens to you. Jesus, the air in here has the sort of aftertaste of someone's breath. Veins beat slowly in the walls. Are these the corridors of power that everyone talks about? We don't need a running commentary. Well, she's probably gonna do it anyway. Lumpy chair-like animals scuttle by, unseeing, involuntarily. I recall dark legends of the city's past, that at some point the town fathers began interbreeding with their own real estate portfolios. I push on past the dripping chambers. Man, if I live through this, I'm gonna climb into a bathtub and never get back out. At least I've decided what I'm doing with myself after college. Ugh. That looks cool as fuck. Behold, the marble temples of the law. Now keep going towards them or I'll shoot you in the head. You know, when I was younger, the history of the world seemed like an endless series of police actions. All those squashed peasant revolts, interminable centuries of torture, beheadings. I thought, wow, how did people back then put up with it all? Surely they must have been tougher than me, must have had different bodies, ones that couldn't feel as much pain. I sure wouldn't have been able to live like that. Not me, not for a moment. So I joined the police force because I was so sensitive. So I became a cop and quickly realized that there was no such thing as sensitivity, that everybody could be made to feel the same degree of pain, haha. And history seemed to be a nightmare, worse than before, and I thought, great, amazing, I'm mature now, for sure, I've really grown up. Now I've peered into the true depths of suffering that make up the world. I'm stoic, realistic, at least now I know just how bad it can get. One of the first Discord DMs I ever received was someone trying really hard to sell stoicism to me. And I was just like, no, no, no thanks. The thing about Stoics is that they are very insecure and want desperately everyone to be exactly like them. Oops, and every time I said that, I'd find out the truth was worse. Worse and worse, an ocean of blood that went down forever, and as I looked into it, I discovered the higher dimensions of police work. I found out that the capacity for happiness was finite, and while the capacity for misery was infinite, and that waiting in the bottomless pit of infinity was the unspeakable policeman known as God. Jesus. If you wanted a universe of bottomless artificial suffering, you could have stayed home and played video games. This way I also get a pension! Well, here we are. I wonder where everybody is. I get it, they're busy people, city founders. They'd probably want us to let ourselves in. Please attend, please attend. You see? They're calling us up already. A grand new age of municipal cooperation is about to begin. Let's all go get keys to the city. You look different. Please attend. Did you all do your reading? The marble tombs are oddly brittle, slick and wet to touch. Who would want to meet anyone who lived here? It's like walking through a tonsil stone. With any luck, that guy's too busy spieling to himself to even notice I got away. I did realize that she left eventually. The more I see of this place, the more haphazardly it seems put together. Stately columns piled in heaps, buildings with no doors or windows. I guess it's just the olden style, but it really feels more like walking around furniture showroom. Horror world. Masks and party supplies. Ask about our skeletons. I'd love to ask about your skeletons. Use Draculas! I like the green skeletons. Please sit down. Make yourselves at home. You all are the young leaders of tomorrow. What the fuck is this? Just remember, no cheating is allowed. Do your best. Let's start with an easy one. Question 1. When was the horror genre invented in English? That's right, the answer is 1651, when Hobbes in his Leviathan boldly presupposed the terrifying universe of undirected violence, the better the contrast with that emerging condition of directed violence known as the state. And so it was that the realm of legitimate violence produced also a realm of illegitimate violence. The kingdom of politics coeval with the kingdom of horror. Two nations sharing a border, trading back and forth, images, ideas. Boss, he's getting political or something. A kind of power-sharing agreement in which all were to attain dual citizenship, never allowed to be certain just which nation would exert the final claim. And it worked quite tremendously. Only, doesn't it seem unfair that horror should always remain a silent partner? Something glimpsed in photos, documents, the imagery of editorial cartoons, only the tasteful receipt in the background once again. Don't you think it's time to head to third? Jesus, shut up. Wait, is someone else? The killer! I thought the terrible secret buried underneath the town would be more terrible. This is the single least threatening room I've been to all day. Did I just get lost? She doesn't care that she's in, like, hell or whatever. She's seen a lot, to be fair. Maybe it's a sublet. The thing is, I know from cheaply made horrors such as most of the stuff even my sister couldn't sell. Moldering non-union bogies flap sadly from the shadows. Ghost. I'm tired and covered in blood and missing my shows. I wish I even knew which layer of fake city I was on by now. It's like this town was built on images of itself instead of bedrock. Or I'm gonna miss my favorite TV show. Well, I have to admit the theming grows more inventive the further I get. The rubber mummy room gives me vague flashbacks to civics class. Is it someone's birthday or what? I like the hushing cake. That one's fun. And down here is... the killer. The killer skeleton. Aye, it's here, it's here! You with the bird, hands above your head! What? It's puppets. Oh god. This looks awesome. Oh god! Strange town, special murder issue. Oh, it is a bow. And it's my silhouette. Oh god. This shit is getting crazy. The killer. Ah. Oh god, where am I going? This way, I suppose. I think? Hold on. This way? Yes. Ah! Whoa. Being dead's not so bad, BB. You never have to second guess yourself. To serve as raw material for the grand structure of history, could there be a nobler aim? For what is truly good must be eternal, and vice versa. It's been great for my career. I'm thinking of becoming a Vocaloid. That's great. Police action, hee hee hee. Fuck! Come back here, I have more folksy monologues. The first rule of making zines is never to talk to the police. I wish I could tell if I was dead yet. It might save time. This is very cool. Whoa, I love this flower room. Even if it is menacing. It's a bird. Hi, hello, nice to see you. Hee hee hee. Call me baby bird. That's right, call me BB. Haha. Hey, I remember you. Didn't I once kill you with a shoe? Well, let's not dwell on the past. What's important is the world to come. Hee hee, hear it? Gorged on corpse fat, the killer prepares to regurgitate the future in his own dread image. Distracted and slow, for once vulnerable to moral frailties. Interesting, right? Why are you telling me this? What do I care? I am the baby that always denies. Besides, we shared a larynx once. Think of me as the still quiet voice of inner conscience. Hee hee. Listen, this is just for defense. Got it? Perish the thought! Boy, I feel great. This is just what I needed. The others were just holding me back. They never appreciated my mix CDs. I've always been the smartest one in the room. Natural authority flows from my hands like smoke. When the owners see, they'll make me king for sure. That's the life for someone sensitive like me. Columns and things. The finer shit. I knew it. Faces from the history books. Everyone I ever looked up to. They're all here, living underground. They all know my work. They've been waiting for me here. Hee hee hee, haha, whisper. Watch out, hee hee, chortle. I'm on the trail of a vicious killer. You too, mister. Better watch your back. What? They say that he hates cops to pieces. What am I doing? What am I doing? These guys have a higher kill count than the International Monetary Fund. Why would I think I'd be able to shoot it out? It's bad luck to pick things off the floor. Some of those corpses seem familiar. What am I doing? Has there ever been a horror film? Well, surely the monster worked. That's a good question. I can't think of any right now. Oh god, the killer. Yeah. Oh god. What are you waiting for? Shoot him already. Don't rush me, you little shit. Burst the egg of the new. You shoot him if you're in such a hurry. But you're the famous murderer. I've never killed anyone intentionally that I know about. Blam. Ricochet. I'm green now. The chariot of victory goes forth, drawn by the two horses of victory. How exalting it is to fall under its wheels. Behold, the counter-world is born, opposite of all that is, the death and life. That makes sense. It looks pretty much the same as before, actually, just in different colors. That's a negative for you. Still glimpse on moonlight, reflecting, unchanging. In mathematics terms, it's technically an inverse. And that's it? Everything you guys did? You remade the world and the only thing you wanted to change about it was the color scheme? Well, sure. What else is there? Are you all stupid? Listen. Look, it's not good to be too critical. You shouldn't meddle with the laws of history. Darwin and stuff. Private water park enterprise. So, are we all dead? How would anyone be able to tell? The killer? I'm not sure I can get used to being a blonde. Epilogue. Dear Zizi, how are you? I am well. I hope you're having fun at the convention. What is that Toho? In my opinion, you picked a good weekend to get out of the city. Folks, the results are in. Please welcome the new city council, Strangleman, Miss Strangleman, Strangleman Jr., Gore Vital, First Person Shooter, Lady Monstradamus, Tsar Nicholas II, The Exquisite Corpse, fuck yes, Hyper Chop, and returning, the Director Basso. She's a flapper now. Basso, you're looking well. Divulge to us your skincare secrets. A life in art keeps the spirit young. Things are otherwise pretty much back to usual, or possibly more so. After that first night, the new colors seemed to fade, but maybe I just got used to them. You gotta have the cat clock. Nobody else seems to notice that something happened, so I've been trying to keep track of all the changes in my zine. Circulation continues to drop rapidly. Tammy, now a fitness center. Certain types of cereal rebranded. Sexy green M&M now wearing hood and rubber boots and promotional material. Animatronic skeleton from Judas Priest, Turbo Lover, now secretary for the interior. Anyway, since downtown is still partly on fire, I've had to call in an arcane family favor and have been staying with Aunt and Uncle YY and our cousins in the suburbs. That explains why it seems more like a house than an apartment now. Much conversation concerns current events. The first night here, Aunt and Uncle said what was happening had been no surprise given the way things were going these days. The second night, our cousins showed up to dinner wearing bird masks and said they'd gotten into a podcast which explained why everything that had been going on was good. On the third night, I found all the knives in the house had been sharpened. Aunt YY kept on weighing me and our uncle and was reading from a cookbook called To Serve Man, so I've been trying to get out for walks as much as possible. The suburbs are fine, but all the right angles throw me off. It's like living in a crossword puzzle and not being able to see any of the clues. Trying to detect a secret order in 200 streets named after trees. Suburbs freak me out. I don't like them. And so quiet and still that it's like even the houses are asleep. What did the suburbs dream about? I haven't been here long enough to say. Hopefully it's something good. The backyards are fenced away, but at bits you can look through and glimpse some new place, open and uncertain, in the chance intersection of a wall, a roof, a vacant lot, as though still folded up inside the world there was a different kind of negative. Anyway, I will leave you on that peppy image. Enjoy the convention, don't worry about me here. After all, the one good thing about history is that the worst of it is probably over. Sincerely, your correspondent, BB. Oh no. Well, exiting the loader. That was fantastic. now let's see the bonus content. Will this close the game or... Okay, we're back here. Hello? What's that? Am I BB? I'm taller than she was, don't you think? You sure are. You got different eyes. I hope you like the video games. To be honest, I found them a bit repetitive. All that digging through old basements, chase around, never getting the full picture. Who wants to live like a rat all the time? The next time I die, I'll come back as a bird. Say new wave and old time will be one and the same a little bit later on in the game. Are you sure this is a Hank Williams song? Tonight, George Jones, Europe's top George Jones impersonator plus opening act, the fabulous singing Cowboy Sisters. I'm not sure I really get the plan here. Listen, do you know how many flyers for these kinds of bands I saw on my trip outside the city? Every bar in every town, a whole underground economy of cowboy hats. We could go there. We could escape into the land of country music where there are always happy endings. So hurry up and pick a real country song. I told you I don't know any. Well, I guess I heard one once. You're gonna find us, you're gonna find us, you're gonna find us someday. Steal away to the dark end of the street, you and me. It's the bear. Will that close the game? That indeed closes the game. Alright. Let's, reopen that. And get to the bonus content. Alright. Bonus rooms. Here we go. We're entering at our own risk. Oh, that took a while to load. Bonus zone. Watch out for spoilers. Leave unknown. Press Ask to leave. Wardrobe. Costume select. I would like this one. This one is... Well, let's look at all of them. This one's one of my favorite of BB's. They don't have the skeleton one for that character, so we'll go with this one. This one's my favorite. Music. All tracks by Tommy Tone. Trashtronicsbandcamp.com. Let's try that one. Hall of Paintings. I do like all the paintings. Hall of Guys. Hell yeah. Zizi, BB's eldest sister. Her irregular sleep patterns seem to grant mysterious insight into the nature of the free market, giving her an uncanny ability to collectively price whatever clutter the two can steal from the neighboring empty apartments. As the oldest, her tastes run towards the monumental over the scrappy. Rather than zine, she has spent the last several years tinkering with a 1,000-page novel she ominously describes as the Mason and Dixon of Toho fanfic. But is the world ready? I'm not ready. I stopped reading fanfiction right around the time I turned 18. Not my style. Not really into Toho either. My enjoyment of Toho goes as far as the music and a very specific part in Bad Apple where one of the character silhouettes wags her finger. I want to make that an emote at some point when I get the ability to add more GIF emotes, because I don't know what it is, but wagging the finger in that specific motion, that's like, yeah, that is relatable. I don't really care about Toho otherwise. The music is good, but nah. I like Isaac when it comes to bullet hell stuff. BB. Outside the major capitals, you must construct a subculture identity from whatever comes to hand. A chance encounter with the BB Buell version of My Little Red Book caused BB to change their name and become New Wave, despite never been able to figure out exactly what it was that this entailed. Zines and polka dots seem to be involved somehow. Has an exaggerated sense of Access City as a cultural backwater, despite the area's many fine gift shops and crematoriums. Many people on first encounter read her as some kind of talking bipedal mouse, which is perhaps an unconscious exercise in mimic camouflage. It's fun. Professor Zhu. A renowned professor of humanistic classical studies, Professor Zhu was recruited by the Art Appreciators Club after the events of May 68 in an effort to win back radicalized youth voters by coming up with a muscular, reinvigorated interpretation of the Western canon. Gathering his postgrads in a secluded research building, the group was soon so caught up in their findings that they didn't notice the disappearance of their enemies, or their funding, or that the building was slowly being absorbed by a discount clothing outlet, itself replaced by an apartment block. Professor Zhu's personal life is unknown. He did not leave the house enough. That's fun. The Killer! Mechanical drinky bird possessed by an evil metaphor for history. The killer does not seem to think or perceive in any way we'd recognize, guided instead by mysterious Clayton intuition. Its goals remain unknown. Originally created as a mascot for the theater group and modeled after a mysterious recurring bird-headed entity in the work of Alfred Cuban. In this way, the killer can be described as a kind of vengeful symbolist equivalent to Mr. Met, although probably not out loud. Tammy. The human girl Tammy Kate's last sighting was on a school trip to a distant lake. While there, she was shown something, or murdered, by the killer. The translation is unclear, and has since haunted the world as an emissary for the sunken future she refers to as hold on. I've been reading for so long, I am fading fast. Economy 2. Tammy is said to spawn from unattended bodies of still water, like undrained pools and neglected office water coolers, and so ever more of the warehouses outside the city are becoming Tammy. They say it's great. Won't you try? Cool policeman. aka Cool Detective, aka Joe Detective. Fragments of policeman language discovered by Piranesi in the surveys of ancient Roman prisons speak of a legendary figure who shall arise to lead the depised policemen to their proper role atop history. Yeah, and he shall smite the criminal, though also know about bans, and venerate the owners, though also have opinions about coffee. Perhaps most well known as the cop from the Blondie song Ex-Offender, Joe has remained proud since of his punk rock credentials. Bears a twin-like physical resemblance to Beto O'Rourke. Oh boy, so much reading. All of single-use BB animations. I'm gonna go back to the characters soon, but these are fun. Director Basso. As a young grad student studying the ballet ruses, Carolina Basso had a vision of a vast, syncretic theatrical work that would encompass the entirety of the Western canon. A work so ambitious would require a formidable degree of institutional realpolitik to shepherd to completion, and so a long and bloody career in the arts began. Prefers to appear in public as PA to renowned poet and hand puppet John Beats, The Windy Stare, etc. Basso's exclusive access to the city owners was fiercely held, but there's always someone younger and hungrier coming down the stairs. Crystal Connor's Showgirls. Morality animal. Monster robot driven berserk by the attempt to codify moral law into the alien language of aesthetics. It will try to translate all life into the art object that it finds most legible. The morality animal is a watchful ball-like creature protected by a golden mask as a hermit crab is by its shell. By the law of unity of opposites, it has amassed a large pornographic fan base. That fucking bit again. Before his celebrated career as a moral artist, MT Law trained as a Disneyland Imagineer. As with many artists, his late style is in a way a return to the beginning. Clarice started a zine distro as a way to meet new people. Oh, it's spelled a little differently. Her interest in local history did not go unnoticed, and she found at least one fervent reader. Clarice's current location, activities, and precise degree of homicidal rage are all unknown. Despite BB's advocacy, he has been formally expelled from the Essex City Regional Zine Network for non-payment of received copies, $6.99. Concerned citizen. Heir to the long-dead Drinky Bird factory of Rivertown, which was destroyed in a fire soon after a mysterious commission from a group in Essex City. The issue of his lost patrimony, though the young heir was able to live more than comfortably, caused the citizen to develop an elaborate and a melancholy theory of history, although perhaps it would have been more helpful to find out just who they've been working with. Scarred with burns, he keeps his face under a hood out of a sense of civic responsibility that nobody would have to look at unsettling things. Mappy. In order to sustain their endless play, agents of the Immersive Theater regularly conduct raids on the city libraries and thrift stores for fresh textual material to include inside the opus. In the course of all thus, syncretism sometimes fires can be crossed. The entity known as Mappy appears to be a result of confusion between the Namco character of the same name and the classical demon Mephistopheles. uh. Surviving past his original role in the text, Mappy continues to emerge unexpectedly in the role of tempter and to pull the play in directions of his own. Harried by deadlines none of the staff seems to notice. Frequently accompanied by Prison Man, an imago of the terrestrial power formed when a copy of Valis got scrambled with the manual to the NES game Battle City. Handy and Mandy, former stars of the public access television show The Handy Mandy Medical Power Hour, whose single episode has gained trivia night notoriety as the most swiftly cancelled episode of live television ever broadcast after they kicked it off by vivisecting a dog. Their last words on air were, "Next, we put it back together again." It's the revival in the revival in the study of organisms. It's something like that. Not quite remembering the title right now. Experiments in the Revival of Organisms, that is the title of it, yes. While hiding out in Rivertown for varied medical crimes, they came across the writings of the concerned citizen and were deeply moved by his anti-murderer vision, despite themselves having a kill count in the high 20s. Somehow it never came up, and everyone got on well together. That's nice. Claude, Max, and Ray, BB's classmates and co-workers on the mandatory semester group project. Despite their dissimilar artistic tastes, the three seem drawn by unconscious instinct into the archetypal art school triad of nerd, hunk, and juvenile delinquent. That's awesome. All three are fascinated by BB's sister Zizi, who they picture as a worldly and glamorous older woman prone to taking broke students out to restaurants and buying them expensive gifts. BB's role in the cultivation of these rumors is emphatically denied. Mr. President. In the 1950s, a European... I can't pronounce that. To California wrote a book called The Gidget about the neighboring surf culture. The popularity of the Sandra Dee movie led to a nationwide surf craze and several popular bands based on the aesthetic. But sometimes the phenomenon looks back. The origins and early purpose of the surf cult Negative Way, also known as the Hot Dog Gang for their preferred beachfront food item, are unknown, in part because the leading members seem to disappear overnight. Those that remain steered the organization in a more liberal, Habermasian direction as the New Age outfit Positive Way. Based on the response of their emissary, there is some evidence that the original members were not amused. Marcy, former zine star who now uses her subcultural knowledge for evil. Reportedly a member of reclusive management consultancy Ragamop, itself a front for an even more sinister group known only as the Deep Chamber of Commerce. Marcy has long been assumed dead by her old colleagues in the zine subculture, despite continuing to make well-compensated motivational guest lectures every year at Goldman Sachs. Spent many years in a complex psychosexual folie à deux with an editor as semiotext, as was the style at the time. Bloody Hands, session musician for the sensational guitars of Dan and Dale, neither of whom existed. Perhaps this was what sparked his interest in negation. This appeared on an Australian tour and reappeared some months later with his own combo, whose horror maniac aesthetic was regionally popular before he alienated the garage rock audience by pivoting the sound collage for a series of poorly received albums on ESP disc. Has an unexplained level of chart success in the Netherlands, has never been seen in the same room as the singing resident at the same time, still plotting his comeback tour. Hall of Mob characters. I do like all of them. So many good character designs in this game. Hall of Unity store assets. Yes, I was right. V-Light Volumetric Lights, Brian Sue, Suburb Neighborhood House Pack, Finward Studios. Whoa. Magic Mirror Light, Jeff Johnson, Water Effects Fit for Low Poly Style, Pure Evil Studio. Putting these in the same scene seems to confuse reflections. It sure does. Hall of Selected Sound Effects. Yeah! That's great. Jesus. I think I know that one. What? Hall of Objects, carpets and wallpaper. Coffee one is fun. There's so much. I mean, it's all fantastic. Hall of Influences. Oh, yeah! There's Uzumaki, hell yeah! Let's see, what do I recognize? Hans PS1 collection. Assorted Scrooge McDuck comics. Don Rosa is one of my favorites. Those are the ones I recognize. Oh, look! Hall of Predecessors, Strange Town. Oh, I see. I think I remember that one vaguely. The original version of the Killer Games was made in RPG Maker. It started a slightly more lanky and bedraggled version of BB, and had an attempt at a more serious tone. I wanted to release some of these under a different name to get used to the requirements of straight narrative, but will always flounder at the point where the horror was meant to start and then abandon the game. Oh, okay. I'm misremembering. I have not seen this. Maybe I've seen something very similar? Because maybe I've seen some RPG Maker games that look like that. I'm confusing that with this. Here's some footage of as far as I got with this first version. You can see that a lot of the jokes were reused for later games. Another reason I never continued is the minimum size of RPG Maker NV standalone download games is like 300 megabytes, due to each containing an entire copy of Chrome for some reason. This feature sure is incredible. She does look a lot angrier. Glimby, amoeboid-sized changing animal who started in her own game in 2016. I always thought about a Glimby too, which would involve multiple specialized Glimbys. Brain Glimby, Sports Glimby, etc. And an idea I thought was funny was that there'd also be a new wave Glimby, themed around the vaguest possible musical subculture. I never got around to it, but the new wave Glimby left on our shelf would eventually get weird and spore off into BB. That's fun. Yay! 10 beautiful postcards! Before the horror games, I spent around 5 years making ever more diffuse collage games. I was happy with how this one came up, but didn't feel like I needed to make more of them for a while. What excited me was the idea of starting again, figuring out stuff from the basics. So I started thinking of trying to just make a straight narrative games for a while, maybe serialized ones so I could see them mutate over time. You must change your life, as Rilke said when he went into witness protection, the case of the mysterious torso 19X. Very fun. Don Orlo's magazine, early and abandoned attempt at serial narrative in RPG Maker with multiple characters who all had different features of the same magazine. One of the characters was Pippi, a triangle with a ribbon who wrote investigative reports while wandering around and interacting with eye icons. Hey! That's familiar, huh? Face of the Killer. This is a decade-old unfinished prototype I was playing with at one point. The idea of a police procedural parody where you just wander around while horrible yellow murders happen in the background. It was inspired by the way a lot of the pleasure in cop media is the little incidental stuff, hanging out, morning coffee, but in order to have those scenes they need to be framed around the investigation of some murdered body. I thought it would be funny if they were regarded as two parts of the same ritual, each implicit in the other. Anyway, the character of Cool Policeman was the player character in this one. He appears in the first Killer game in part because he was already laying around. That's fun. Doodles. The earliest version of BB was a little detective in a coat and hat. Her sister was a more idiosyncratic new wave one with the fringe, but after a while I realized that was the character I was looking forward to using more. Initially the style was going to be all straight lines and homage to Ogo no Haka, Mystery House, etc., but it was a pain. I like these doodles, they're fun. Very angular. Another set of doodles from before the RPG Maker version. In the end, all the horror characters sat around and shot out the Doodle Studio 95 tool and drew BB as a test, who seemed to get ever more Sanrio-esque with every incarnation. That's cute. The test game grew into Voice of the Killer. Turning the game's 3D also made them feel more naturally grounded and atmospheric, and let them draw more directly on memories of real places. In the end, what finally made it work for me was putting the goofy Dell Comics versions of the characters in the comparatively more straight Junji Ito-inspired version of the setting from the RPG Maker games. That is fun. Very fun doodles. Oh, these are so cute! Untitled Multimedia Fusion Game. This one never got past the sprite sheet. After giving up on the RPG Maker game, I spent a whole while doodling little guys and eventually came up with a redone cartoonier version of BB with a squat body inspired by old Gold Key comic guys. I liked the design but didn't want to make a purely comedic version of the horror idea, so I never did anything with the sketches. They are cute though, and she used to be green for a while. What is this one? Thank you for playing. Oh, that's so cute! I can't tell if those are, what's the thing called? Velveteen something? I don't remember the name anymore. I'm forgetting so many things during these streams. But the little things. But the little BB, it's so cute. And the killer. That is so cute. And the clown smile, that's good. Alright. That is it. Alright, that's Anthology of the Killer. I am very, very happy. Like I said in the first stream, I've loved the Catamites' work for a long time. Space Funeral, fantastic game, and the writing and the art, still so fucking good. Love it. Love it every time. It's hard to pick a favorite. So many of them are good. I think they got like a lot better near the end, and it was fun doing some like unique stuff sometimes, like having different characters or different controls. BB is a fun character for sure. All of it's just so fun. Definitely fun. But yeah, next up, I think I know what game I'm gonna play. I have a bunch that I want to play, but, yeah, I'll figure that out. But probably gonna stream next week then, with a new game. But yeah, thank you for coming by if you watched, and I'll see you probably next week. Bye-bye.